Hey, it's Shelley Winter for RJ's Auto Body Plus. Listen, you're in a car accident. Someone smashes into you. Guess what? You're going to call an insurance company, and they're going to send you to the body shop they want you to go to. You know what that means? The body shop and the insurance company are working in cahoots against you. But that's not the case at RJ's Auto Body Plus, because RJ's, they're working for you. They're your advocate. They're not going to lowball you with cheap parts and inferior service like the corporate body shops hide into the insurance companies will. They're going to take care of your car in the best way possible. They're going to make it spanking brand new. So call RJ's Auto Body Plus at 770-955-5020 or search RJ's Auto Body Plus. That's 770-955-5020 or search RJ's Auto Body Plus.
The uptake is going quite well. We had a big event this week to roll out the accounts. More than 1 million households representing more than 1 million children have signed up. I would tell everyone to look for the commercial right after the national anthem at the Super Bowl this weekend. I think we are prepared for a flood of signups, and then they will go live on July 5th, and the goal is the lowest possible.
Scott Bessent, Treasury Secretary, talking about the Trump accounts. So let me say this. I think the U.S. government putting $1,000 into a low-cost index fund for every newborn born between 2025 and 2028, and going forward that parents can, continue to contribute to, and friends and family and whoever can continue to contribute to, is a good idea, right? Every newborn, whether you make $1 million a year or, you're on welfare, it doesn't matter, right? However, let me be very clear. I don't know of a single person who would call themselves MAGA would accept this idea from Joe Biden, Barack Obama, or any other Democrat. I don't know one person who calls himself MAGA who would accept this idea from anybody else, any other administration, Republican or Democrat, not headed by Donald J. Trump. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the transference of wealth. This, ladies and gentlemen, is giving handouts. You want to come up with all the different things that we call out when we talk about our tax dollars going to other people? This is it. And I don't see anybody yelling and screaming. I don't see any long Ben Shapiro written articles about this. I don't see any Benny Johnson tweets about how bad an idea this is, how this is socialism writ large. Nothing. If Mondani came up with this idea for New York newborn babies, we'd be screaming bloody murder. But no, this is a wonderful idea. As I always say, my friends, whether you're on the left or the right, if you have no morals and principles that guide you as a base level, then you should not be in this game. You should not be a voter. You should just go to work every day, raise a family, go to church, and do what you do, and leave the rest of us alone to make the decisions on who we want to vote for. I'm dead serious about that. Because I know for a fact if Barack Obama came up with this idea, you'd be calling him a communist and a socialist. I know for a fact if George W. Bush came up with this idea, you'd be calling him names, a rhino. But it comes from the Trump administration, and it's all okay for the government to give newborn babies $1,000 government, $1,000 from the government, and put in a low-cost index fund. Who's running the index fund? Oh, I don't know. It's just some random index fund. I'm sure they were a donor. But this is okay. I don't mind it, right? I'm not one to say, no, my neighbor should not get relief on his student loan because he signed a contract. No, I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that thinks a woman who's a single mom of 2 or 3 kids and can't make ends meet shouldn't get help from the government. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of the people who say, yeah, I own a home, I shouldn't pay property taxes and subsidize other poorer people. I'm not one of those people. So I can sit here and tell you honestly, from the bottom of my heart, that this is a very good idea. But I know for a fact that millions of you would hate it if it came from someone else. If you don't have any principles or morals or anything that guides you in terms of ideology, then you're nothing but sheep. Sheep. And just because you're a Republican doesn't mean you're not a Republican sheep. Good for you, Mr. President. And I laugh at all of you who all of a sudden like socialism. We'll be right back. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. When we come back, I want to say prayers and be on the lookout for a good friend of mine whose son is missing. And we've got a lot more to cover. Shelley Winter Show. We'll be right back.